Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show. Today I'm talking to everybody about One Piece, the manga, chapter 782, Evil Charisma. And for a chapter like this, it is actually rather crazy because it did actually go off with like that amazing standoff with Luffy blocking Doflamingo's like foot with his foot, and they're just standing like face to face and shit. Well, not face to face, but you know, they're fucking like staring each other down and shit. And I will be honest, no matter what happens, Doflamingo just never loses that crazy like psychotic cool of his, because like when Luffy stops him, he's like, "What's wrong? I'm just trying to crush his head." And it's like, dude, you can't fucking do that. I mean, like, I am not going to let that shit happen. But honestly, because of that, you know, they do kind of have a battle of the Conqueror's Haki, and it's a thing of like, I don't really know why that's fucking happening when technically it's like both of their Hakis is fucking the fucking like Emperor Haki is the Emperor or it's called the Commander Haki, and it's a thing of like, I understand that, like, you know, he's older, he has had his longer, and he has way more ambition, so therefore he would actually beat out Luffy. But Luffy's goals are just, I want to beat the living shit out of you, and that's pretty much not as much as like I have been raised to fucking believe that I am like a dominant being. And they do necessarily like show like how Doflamingo has fucking grew up like with these fuckers around him, with such as Treble and fucking like Virgo, and who the fuck else was it? It was I forget that fucking dude's name who fucking killed Maria's mom, Rebecca's mother, and I forget the last motherfucker. But either way, it's like it's showing like all four of them and like doing all these silly shit of saying like, a dude, man, he bumped he bumped our king. Well, now we gotta fucking kill him. Or like somebody, man, like they actually beat him in a game in which he was actually bad at. So therefore, let's burn his house down. Some dude over here, some guy who owns a bar, he was too busy to say hi. So like, let's kill him and his whole family. And it's like extreme shit like that really is like, that kind of got like this shit like implanted into his head. And it's like, yeah, man, you know, Doflamingo is a pretty fucked up guy. I mean, like, I don't really think that they are trying to make him to a point in which that you want to feel sorry for him, because at least for Law, even though Law was sort of like I don't necessarily trust our negotiation or whatever, and I'm doing my own thing, I'm basically using you just so I can further my own means, it still came up like in his past as like, he seems to be like a very tragic child, because, you know, everything about him was just resorted to like death and shit. But then for people like Doflamingo, it's like, there ain't no fucking turning back. This motherfucker's an asshole, and that's just sort of how they roll with it. And it's actually rather interesting how they do it too, because it's like, as Luffy over here, man, like as he's fighting Doflamingo, he goes back, and then Treble like intervenes. But like, because he intervenes, he doesn't necessarily realize though is that Law activates a room, and or it's like he does actually notice that like he activates a room, but like because he's trying to like instantly kill Law, he doesn't necessarily realize that Law is freely moving his fucking torn off arm around like the area and using it, man, to like fucking like cut him up and shit. Which, as it sort of like looks like now, is all like the reason why nobody could actually hit Treble a lot is because he was actually a very skinny man with a lot of baggy clothes on. He just filled the clothes up with his goo and shit, and because of that, people honestly believe those that like he just has like a very like heavy body, but like he's a very 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 skinny man. It's just, you know, it's difficult to hit his body because it's so fucking thin and it has all that goo around it. And now that this secret has been revealed, who knows how that this is really going, or like who knows how long he's actually going to stick around in this fight, because Doflamingo, he's not going to raise his hand against him. And the most that I can say about this now is that like Luffy can really beat the shit out of him now, or at least like get like a really good hit on him, so that he doesn't interfere anymore, and we actually get like our badass Rob Lucy versus like Luffy again, or Luffy versus Doflamingo, but done like in a very extravagant and a lavish way. Because really, I'm not necessarily sure if Sabo's still on his, or at least Sabo, I do know that like he was helping some other people, but he could still be on his way to come and help Luffy out so that he can go ahead and like actually like get like Law out of there and all the rest of that. And either way they still have to do something quick because if they don't, that birdcage is gonna kill way more fucking people than what they actually kind of like bargained for. So, you know, that is what I gotta say about that. What do you think about it? Do you think do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell me in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.